we want to engage different audiences to give people an idea of what kind of problems they would face in business. Because sometimes you don't want to go into business because you are afraid that things could go wrong. And it would go wrong if you think in that way. Then you want to learn how to prevent that from happening. So if you're a startup, what kind of problems would you face? You may be in multi-level marketing. What kind of problems would you face? What will happen if your business goes to 4 years before 5 years? What happens in a company? And then what do you do about it? Do you know that something goes wrong around 4 years? Do you know? Do you know what that means? Do you know what concept it is in psychology? You don't. So you need to know. And then you know how to anticipate it and overcome it before it happens. There are people who are suffering the consequences of not being able to anticipate it. Like it happened to me many times, because I had to learn it the hard way. Because I was thinking that, being in the army for so long, I should know how to do business. Because I followed my father, for example, to help him in his business, that means I should know how to do business. Not true. Your father may have succeeded in the business, but you may fail because there's something wrong with you. Why you do everything your father does, but it doesn't work for you? What are the problems? How do you overcome them? How do you anticipate to make sure it doesn't come to you? And if you are an experienced business person, how to keep going? How not to fall into those traps, those pit holes that everyone will fall into and then realize, what the hell is going on? And when that happens to some people, they make some changes, but the changes are the same based on what they have learned from other people's experience. That's called copying, which might be good, but you follow other people's experience might not work for you. Why does it happen to you? So there's going to be a lot of self-awareness when you go into business. Even without me physically teaching you about it, you are becoming aware of all these through the training so far. Even just climb the mountain and come down, you know something about your business. So I would like to help you metaphorically how to understand the problems that can happen, the problem that is happening, and whatever complications there are when you become a business person. And I propose that every human being must be a business person. I wish somebody told me that before. Because this world is full of shit. If you are working for somebody, you have to listen to things that you don't like. So all these people may be working right now, but one day they're all going to become business people. And I always encourage them to do that. Because only when you become a business person do you experience what people say is freedom. Otherwise, you are making somebody else's freedom happen and you are stuck in your situation. But for me, when I worked for my 15 bosses in the 30 years in the army, 15 bosses, every 2 years new boss, every 2 years I become a new boss to new people. So these are very psychological lessons. But those who don't understand the psychological aspects of business, they will always equate it to the economy, recession, customers, product. Maybe it's got some effect on those, but most likely is because of you. You've heard me say that so many times. Your life, if it's not going the way you want it, it's you. So what about you? You need to fix before you start a business. Of course, you do dragon, you will learn it all. But here you have the first course, restart. And those who working for somebody, they start a company, register a company, and they say, I want to learn how to do business, they can come to the training. We are not going to allow people who are employees to come to the training because the space in the room will be premium. Only speaking to those who would want to understand such things. How to be creative, how to create something never done before. Like you could be working for an organization and you're the downline of somebody, so you got to listen to the upline to do exactly what you're supposed to do. But what if you had creative ideas to make it better? Because there's always a better way of doing things, and creativity is the way. Most people don't even know what creativity does. They work hard, work hard, work hard. The harder you work, you're supposed to be successful? I don't think so. Being creative is hard work, because the results may not come immediately. You got to keep doing it. And then how do you know you're getting closer to achieving what you are imagining? What are the feedback that you get when you know it is at the door right now? It was so far away, but it's at the door right now. How do you know that? If you think about it, if you are a master coach, you should know. But do you know? But this is for everybody, all business people. So it's going to be a gathering of business people. And maybe you might collaborate with somebody in class. What if I gave you an opportunity to mix with the people and talk about what you're doing and then say, hey, I can do this for you. I can do that for you too. It's an opportunity, because people who are doing business only can come. Not everybody. Consider that. And if you wish, come to the training. Restart. Not going to be the same, because this is for Restart Business.